Hello there, my name is Staggs, and this is my presentation for this assignment, how population growth affects the environment. So, I am an education major studying to be an intervention specialist. My project is a lesson base I would teach on the effects of population growth on the environment. Lesson plan, breakdown environmental science. There's two bells, juniors and seniors, 48 students in total, 12 IEP students, 6504 students. So the directions is first complete the worksheet individually, work in your assigned groups of four. Two students find data and information answering questions. One creates visuals in Canva or Google Slides, whatever they prefer. One summarizes facts and conclusion. Group works together to finalize the presentation. Adapt group sorry, group rules for IEP or ELL learners. Modify if needed questions and amount of data and information. Individually complete the exit ticket worksheet as their last thing to do. So, the learning objectives. Students will be able to describe how global and U.S. population trends have changed over time, explain how these trends influence the use of food, water, land, and energy, analyze connections between population growth and environmental impacts like pollution, habitat loss, and climate change. Students will individually work on this worksheet before getting together to work through the slides, creating their presentation, and this is basically their worksheet that they will work on. So, how did we get from 1.86 billion people in 1920 to over 8.2 billion people today? Population is continuously changing around the world. Number one for their questions: what affects population growth or decline? How does population affect resources in the environment? Sorry. What is population growth? In your groups, you will collect the following information: define birth rate, death rate, life expectancy, show a global heat map or historical timeline. As population grows over time, land is limited and cannot be created, so space available continues to be reduced. As people take up more space, animals have limited space to live. Habitats and plants are displaced or no longer exist. So, their discussion question: what could lead to humans having limited space in the environment? Food and resources. If resources are not abundant, populations are likely to grow. If there is not enough food or resources to sustain a population, it can lead to famine, malnutrition, and population decline. Their next discussion question: what could cause resources such as food and water to become limited? Discussion questions: in what ways has population growth contributed to climate change? What are the effects on air and water pollution, deforestation, and wildlife extinction? So, this is their next discussion questions for this. Global world perspective. How do countries like China and India manage population related environmental challenges? What strategies have been implemented in other countries like China and India? Has it helped? And name two positives and two negatives in this outcomes. What solutions have them been effective? What solutions have been proposed or implemented to balance population growth and environmental sustainability? Are current methods, such as renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, effective? Sharing your knowledge. Share a link to your group's presentation and be prepared to present and share your findings from the discussion questions with the class. So, their exit ticket for their last thing before they leave. Answer the following questions after all groups present their findings. So, they have to write 2 to 3 complete sentences for 1, 2, and 3, and then true or false questions, only 4 and 5. Number 6, they will do what is one solution you think would help reduce fossil fuel use as the world population continues to grow. And then draw a simple sketch or diagram showing how population growth, fossil fuels, and environmental impact are connected. And here is my references. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.